Everybody, so I've decided since we are really super close to finishing up um Scarlet Hollow, we are going to continue doing that. We're going to continue to get as far as we can. And yeah. And then once this is over, we will move on to a different game. Again, still haven't decided what that's going to be yet, but we will definitely see it. Ah, here we go. Now we can decide. I kind of want to follow her to the tea room. Only because one thing which I'll show you. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Booksmart, it's Casterman, an incredibly toxic plant and strange routine maker to keep running your workspace. Keep that in mind, that'll come in be important later. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? I'm gonna do this one. Some of the plants in here are toxic. Castor bean and the oleander in the corner behind me. They can produce Riken and rat poison, respectively. It just seems like strange plants for a person who makes presumably edible teas to have lying around in the open. Aren't you sharp? I'm a appreciator of plants regardless of whether or not they can be used in tea. Oleander's blooms are beautiful and castor bean has such massive leaves. You have to admit it makes for an impressive plant. And they're both perfectly harmless as long as no one goes munching them. I keep these separate from the garden out back for just that reason, so no one uses them for something edible. I'm gonna talk to her. So how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. Let's do that one. The other day you promised to tell me, what was it? Unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though it might have been exaggerated a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Her land was a lot like your great-grandmother Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Why were Pearline and my mom raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. Also, I just want to point out, I think Sybil has a cup of tea out there, but she's not drinking any of it. You notice that? I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar to for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, what with skipping town and all. What happened when my mom found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear for what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock. So I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious, as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. I also wonder if Sybil was the one who told her to leave town. Maybe. Come here, Ran. You also tell me, what's about mystery ritual? So we can drink the tea, or we can say I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to drink this. Then I'm afraid I can't be of much help. Tea readings are my specialty. If I don't have your leaves, I can't do a reading. Oh, we can leave. I don't know. I kind of want to do the reading just because, that brings in the whole cat thing. But I'm going to leave. I'm going to see what happens. You go stand up from the table. As you do so, you feel a pull at the back of your mind. You see a flash of the door in the clinic. It and some of the answers you seek are waiting for you. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's in the clinic. So we haven't drunk any tea, but I'm just wondering if Sybil did that. If she put that in our mind, if she suggested it. Yeah, we got to visit Kanika. Alright, I won't stop you, but I would like to have a deep conversation sometime soon. Hopefully it won't be too late by then. You get up from the table and make your way to Kanika's room. Knock. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just going to lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Can I come in? I was hoping we'd spend a little more time together. I need to talk to you. It's important. I'm going to the clinic. Let's do this one. I could use a breather. Let's hang out for a minute. Oh, hey! Sure, let's hang out. Just give me 2 seconds. It's a disaster in here. You hear frantic crumpling and clinking and shuffling as she ties her room. Okay, come on in. Kanika's room is a sore place stuck between the past and the present. Faded stickers from her childhood line her bookshelf, and boxes of packed belongings in the corners of the room. I don't usually have people over, so don't judge me too harshly for the state of the place. Oh yeah, we can do romance. Don't be nervous. Packing for something. We still have to find Stella. You don't have to be nervous about me seeing your room. There's no better way to get a sense of who someone really is. And do you like what you see? Why do you want to know? I do. It doesn't have to be a like or dislike thing. I just think it's it. Ooh. I don't want to crush her, but I also do like Stella. I'm kind of going after Stella in this one. I'm gonna see about this. I do. Phew, good to know. I know you just said that I didn't have to be nervous, but wow, was I nervous for a second there. Packing for something. You motion to the stack of cardboard boxes. That's all my stuff from college. I never really unpacked. It seemed like a waste to unload everything. It's not like I'll be staying here long term, so I just had to pack up again eventually. I guess I did move back in over a year ago, so those boxes have just been sitting here unopened for a long time. But any day now, I'll load them back into the van and get out of town. Any day now. We still have to find Stella. I'm not going anywhere without you. I don't trust. Ooh, could we go with the I don't trust your phone? Or the clinic. I'm going to investigate the clinic. You should come with me. I was hoping to be able to check in with Reese sometime today. I want to ask if he knows anything about Stella, and make sure he's okay after what happened at dinner. Yeah, screw this. Why didn't I even listen to my mom in the first place? I don't need to sit around in my room just because she said to. Here we go. The two of you make your way back out into the hallway. Uh-oh, light on. Also, I do find it interesting. Miles, like you said, when you ask Miles if his mom's a witch, he says, well, duh, of course she's a witch, but I think he knows she is doing something. I don't know for sure, but I don't know. But before you make it to the stairs, the light turns on, startling both of you. I thought you were going to get some rest, Kanika. You should really get back to bed, or that cold of yours will only get worse. But I still have a lot of energy. I don't feel like sitting around. I don't think I need to. Of course you do. I know you best, and you just haven't been yourself these past few days. Ooh, that's kind of ominous. All this running around has been a detriment to your health. Does that not sound ominous? Miles and I want to see you healthy. You hold this family together. Oh, not good. You manipulative hag. Kika, don't buy any of her bullshit. Sybil, you can't expect to control your adult daughter. I kind of want to say this one. Lady, you are being really creepy. Kanika sighs. No, my mom is right. I've been neglecting the I wonder if there's a way, a thing you can answer to make her shake off the influence. I've been neglecting the general store, and I let Miles run off the other day. That was so irresponsible of me. She's putting that in her head. Swear to the gods. That's alright, Kaninka. He could have gotten hurt, but he didn't, and it seems like he learned a valuable lesson from the experience. Now let's get you to bed. You just need another day to recover, then you can get back to all this town mystery business. Emily, you'll be fine without her until tomorrow. Bye, Emily. Before you can utter another word, Kanika returns to her room. Sybil's eyes carefully watch you as you leave and make your way back to Main Street alone. You make your way up the familiar hill, past row of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside Dr. Kelly's clinic. Its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you toward whatever emits this compulsive frequency. It wouldn't be hard to jump onto the terrace from the hill next to the house. I'm gonna try something different. You cautiously approach the house, kneeling next to the low basement windows of Reese's room. You knock. There's no one in there. Reese must be somewhere else. Make your way up the hill. I just wanted to see what happened. Like, I know he's not there, but, you make your way up the hill and survey the terrace. This should be easy. You take a step back and jump. You land and try the door. It's unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets, and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and toward a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Emily, what are you doing in the morgue? Hi, vampire. You haven't seen Stella around, have you? Oh my god, you died and she sent you back to life. I didn't die and nobody got Frankenstein. Sometimes you just sleep down here. It's easier. He avoids your gaze, clearly embarrassed to admit. His words seem distant to you, the tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. My wall needs see thing but wall standing in the way. Let me inside. There's some kind of magic shit going on now. I'm gonna do this one. Some magic shit going on, man, but it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's emergency access somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the dock out of our hair. Should take 2 seconds. Get the dock out of her hair. Why use axe when I have arms? Why not a brick wall with fix? I'm gonna take this one. Get the dock out of her hair. Yeah, if I say I'm sick and need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out of the house. And most of the time it's true anyway. How'd you learn? Here's what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Exactly. Sounds great. Lead the way. Sweet. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual down demeanor replaced with uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway. At the top of the stairs, a horse's sickly edge adds for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta leave a message for Keith. There we go. Sorry about that. Just arranging dinner. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try and keep some juice down. Looks like we're all out though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. I've got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice. And some ginger ale too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. Don't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed till I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall. Then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp just left his voice. Excitement rising in his place. Come on up, we don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you. With it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. One more sec, guys. One of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. I also really find it interesting that Reese calls his mom Doc, or the Doc, instead of Mom. It's very interesting. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on them. Looks smart. You're a fast reader. It shouldn't take you long. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Cause of death for Perlan. Sleep apnea. Discovered by a daughter, Tabitha Chrysanthemum Scarlet. No autopsy performed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. I feel like that was forbidden knowledge. Edwardine Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, died February 12th, 2003, age 89, cause of death, heart failure, signed by her granddaughter, Perlan Scarlet. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90, died of a normal old person illness. Enoch Scarlet, born September 9th, 1887, died August 20, 1957, age 69. Nice. Cause of death, fall from cliff. This one has coroner's report attached. Organs sustained impact injuries. Lacerations to the neck and body consistent with fall from a great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. You quickly flip through a few of the other Scarlets whose names are quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet, born May 24th, 1890, died 1918, age 28, cause of death, crushed in mine collapse. Although, supposedly not really. Body not recovered, signed by his brother Enoch Scarlet. That's right, you had a great uncle who died in the collapse. Joseph Scarlet, born April 1914, died June 7th, 1944. Louis Scarlet, born August 1920, died June 6, 1944. Both killed in Normandy in the line of duty. These must have been Edwardine's brothers. Certificate of fetal death. Infant boy. Andrew Charles Scarlet. Delivered April 3rd, 1945. Stillbirth. Mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Wonder if that was Charles's son. Cause of death, complications during birth. No doctor present, home burial. Booksmart, that settles the question whether you're related to Charlie. Alexandra Scarlet, born December 12th, 1947, died August 20th, 1957. Age 9. Missing, presumed dead. Signed by mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Alexandra, the owner of the dolls, so she went missing. Booksmart, and it was the same day Enoch died in the hiking accident. Marybelle Scarlet, the portrait in the room. Born September 3rd, 1946, died October 30th. On Halloween, 1963, age 17. Cause of death, complications during childbirth. Signed by her mother, Edwardine Scarlet. Wow, that's a lot of kids to outlive. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. The medical supply room is probably a good bed. Fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hall. There it is. Looks like it needs a key though. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops as if listening to something you can't hear. So he has good hearing. Shit, she's back already. As if on cue, you hear the front door of the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. Let him in. You make space, and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough so you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling, and she makes her way back down the hallway. We better wait a second, just in case. Flirt with Reese, quietly wait. Two of you stand in tense silence, both crammed into the suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards broadcasting her location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go! The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out drawers, scanning them for keys. Booksmart, you can't help but notice what Dr. Kelly left on the long steel table in the middle of the room. A sprig of small furry fruit. Castor beans. You've seen them elsewhere in town, of course, in Swool's tea room. Seeing if you drink the tea? Your memory is fuzzy. You can't remember where you've seen them. Supposedly, it's just decorative. Why didn't you go and get castor beans? Yes, found the keys. He holds up a small ring of keys, each with a strip of colored tape on the head. What's this about beans? Oh, those weird little fruit things. Reese unlocks the cabinet and offers you the fire axe. Here's your axe. And I don't know. I've never seen them before. I'm not allowed in the supply room. It's probably some kind of medicinal plant, right? She took out a chemistry set too, though come to think of it, she's not supposed to make medicine. She's not a pharmacist. This room's just storage for orders she gets from the pharmacist over in Brevard. Why would she bring something like that in here? This plant is not medicinal. It makes one of the deadliest poisons known to man. But she's not using it for that, right? Why would she give people poison? Do you know what she gives you for your supposed illness? No, I don't. She's never explained it. I thought it was just too complicated for me to understand, so she didn't bother. Maybe she has some kind of information on it, lying around here somewhere. That drawer up there is locked. If I were information on some mysterious alien-looking fruit, I'd probably be in the locked drawer, right? Good thing I already have the keys. He unlocks the drawer, pulling out a notebook. This is about me. There's stuff in here from when I was like 12. It's some kind of diary or medical history or both, I guess. What the hell is this? Something about another episode. Guessing she's referring to one of my rough nights. Oh, here we go. There's some illustrations. He glances to the strange plant on the countertop. It's those beans you mentioned. She uses them to make my medicine. That's poison, right? He jerks his head towards the door. Shit, that was the door from the house. We gotta run. You follow Reese's instruction. One skins. Starting down the basement steps, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, it's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in your refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. We should change scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You don't have to do that. I'll grab something from my room later. Sure, whatever you're able to do. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the steps. She'll join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Whoa now, yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down. Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of the wall. Let's do this. I'd like to do the honors if you don't mind. I've got some confused and angry feelings I'd like to exercise. Reese takes the axe from you and approaches the wall. Reese manages to cut through the wall with very little effort. Unexpected from someone with his framing condition, but you know his stringy muscles are backed by mounting fury at what's been done to him. That goes a long way. He staggers back from the massive hole in the wall and admires his work. Holy shit! The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a bare look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This is wild! I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. So, here's my thought. Whoever put the seal there probably boarded it up. But who was it? His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway toward the far wall, barely registering the antique glare as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. Planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. There's the seal. They said there's nothing I can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? This is one with Ted. That's Ted, who supposedly died in the mine collapse. But nonsense. Teddy and those doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I found us an alternative. Someone who can fix everything in one fell swoop. We're taking you home today, and by this time next week, everything will be resolved. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorientate yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You tore down the wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving, and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened. How did I get here? Is Dr. Kelly know I'm here? I had a vision. Like a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. I think these are visions of things that actually happened. Whoa, I wonder if you'd see anything else if you went back in there. Or if there are any more around town. Maybe if you collect them all and you'll finally unravel where the big mystery is. Seems fun. That does make me wonder, are there more carvings? I'm gonna say, wait, nothing spooky happened? Mountain collapse on us? No ghosts? Nope, nothing. You just fell down, twitched a little, and when you seemed stable, I carried you back here. That was a few hours ago. You carried me? Through a hole in the wall and up and down a bunch of stairs. What? It wasn't super far or anything. I just picked you up and carried you. Might be sick a lot, but that's being made of paper. I still do things normal people can do. Normal people can't pick. Yep. Normal people can't pick me up like I'm a child. You must be really strong. Really? Thanks. I guess I don't have much of a frame of reference for what normal people can do. Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house when she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you wouldn't want to come to in the morgue. I should probably get going. Stella's still missing and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me. I love that. Because, you know, it is true. Every carving we've come across before we actually see it has been like, come here, you know, sirenish, kind of like, come here, come find me. That might be a little tricky. The doctor's on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. I'm sure you can understand why. There was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait around. Yeah, I don't get why your mom would poison you, though. I don't know. But it's all in here. She never outright says what she's doing. And the recipe she came up with to deal with my flare-ups, where she thinks those are, involves that weird plant that was on the counter. It was castor beans. You were right. And Riken poisoning matches up with quite a few of my symptoms. The thing I can't figure out is whether she was trying to kill me slowly or she just likes keeping me sick enough to be dependent on her. Either way, I don't think I ever had an illness. I think the illness was me growing up and becoming less easy to control. She sure found a cure for that. With your evidence, you should be able to go to the cops. Maybe not the local cops, but a cops. You're right, I have her journal. That's pretty incriminating, even if she left out any descriptive words for what she was up to. Ideally, I'd never have to see her think about her ever again. But if it comes to it, this could be my guarantee that she would never be able to have power over me again. Riken is really bad. How are you not dead? I don't know. Maybe it's low enough dosage, or maybe I developed a tolerance. But I think the fact that I feel more and more alive by the minute is enough proof that she was keeping me sick. I don't even need solid evidence. We need to get you out of here. Who knows what she'll do when she finds out what you know. Where would we go? The only person I know who has cars is Kanika, and she's not answering her phone, which is obviously itself. I don't know anyone else. I don't have any other family to go to. I never even finished high school. When I get out of this house, I don't know how I can make sure I don't wind up right back down here. You can stay with me if you want. At least until you get on your feet. As long as you're not allergic to cats. I live with a cat named Truck. He is terrible. Truck? That's a great name. I've never had any pets. I hope it's not too late for me to learn how to be friends with a cat. Oh. I'm just thinking of Reese turning into his monster for him and eating Truck. That would be bad. He smiles, his eyes distant as he imagines the possibility of such a life. Undoubtedly for the first time. Thanks, Emily. You have no idea how much this offer means to me. But I guess we've still got to pass some time before we can get out of here. A distraction seems like a good idea. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's the lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It would obviously take more than a day for Riken poisoning to be out of his system. It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. Do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably something that'll help me ignore my mounting anxiety. I only do two things, paint and watch movies, and now watching me paint would be entertaining enough to distract you. I'd just be leaving them behind in an hour or two anyway. So, movie it is. He chooses the movie. Nice. I believe I owe you a showing of She No Chi and Deathblood. Reese gets the movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets to be too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread it's managing to build is palpable in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time, what with the grisly paintings, lack of lighting, cinder block walls, and quartz fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs has been poisoning her son since his teens. Also gotta say, I really like that he painted figures going down the stairs. Wonder if that's supposed to be him. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interesting, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way it jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV show recordings that then end up tying back into narrative adds a level of realism and depth to the world I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe I'll just be able to do things from here on like watch movies with another person or talk to people ever. You can hear the difference in energy now that Reese has a daily dose poison. And a drink. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on a long conversation. Flirt with his hand. Glad you'll be able to have a social life. I'm glad you'll be able to have a social life. I'm happy to be a part of it. Reese smiles to himself. It's still hard to imagine, hard to believe, after all these years alone, that that's going to be my reality. A man on the screen yells portents of doom into the camera, trailing off to a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there are all these distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people. And only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then it sees you back. Incredible cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese is becoming very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie, but he's also talking over the movie. I think a movie is too chill for you right now. Maybe we should figure out how to leave. Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I talking too much? I'm really not used to having anyone else around. And I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with, everything. I think I'm hopped up on adrenaline or something. But we don't have to leave just yet. I can settle down. Reese is doing the opposite of settling down. His movements are becoming erratic, his voice rising in volume. Though maybe you're right, maybe we should just keep waiting. The longer we wait, the more likely it is that the woman upstairs will figure out that we're onto her. It would be too easy for her to lock me up again and be thorough about it this time. There's a knock on the window. I win! Emily, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. The voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Well, another word. Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. What do you mean? Wayne isn't going to hurt you. He hasn't hurt anyone. Yeah, he will. He's furious with me. Can't you hear it? Like a dad? But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Emily. Oh, here we go. Window shatters. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional world, evading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone! In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Run for the stairs? Stay where you are. Ooh. Let's do it. We're unsafe, but I feel strong and I think I can save us. Stay here. I'll be right back. I just have to deal with the dog. Reese Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creation. I'm not calling death then, because that'll lead to Reese being shot. I'm gonna see if I can get Reese to leave Dr. Kelly alone. Try to warn Dr. Kelly. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads. And you know what secrets of stone that lurk in the forgotten basement of Clint had to share with you. Now the Clint holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there's a monster trying to use the unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! Powerful build. Roll out of the way. You're quick to follow her command, your body falling forward and rolling gracefully out of harm's way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as a projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the blood courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you bet. No! How did you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese's panic pulling a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creation continues their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Ooh, I can do that. Disarm yourself. Rush down to the board, practically flying down the steps. The axe is still lying on the floor where you Reese left it. You pick it up. A feeling of safety settles in your chest as you grip the wooden handle. At least if you have to fight, you're prepared. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out from an unseen speaker. You, Emily! I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You survived what is going on. What the hell is your son, ma'am? I wish I knew. He was fine until he hit puberty. Everyone said raising a teen was gonna be a bitch, but they don't know the half of it. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'm looking for the instructions when you're there. At the medical storage room. Axe in hand, you rush up the stairs from the morgue and into the medical storage room. I'm here. Great. Now listen to me. I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle later labeled carfentanil. Fentanyl? Something like that. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Emily, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? And shove me back down to that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous, she's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's taken from me. has a point, Doc. You can't be serious. Look at him. He's dangerous. He's going to kill me. You're one to talk, Doc. How can we know that there isn't anyone else whose treatment you've taken into your own hands? You've done it once. What's to stop you from lying to someone else? Stopping to treat them as you see fit, regardless of what they want for themselves. I thought I was going to die every day. Do you have any idea what it's like to give in to your own mortality like that? It wasn't living, that's for sure. It wasn't surviving, which is enough. Reese cries out in pain. Ah, what the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get someplace safe until then. And 2, stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Ooh, we have powerful build. The tranquilizer is a fine mark with a small square black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organized woman. Head for the safe room. You make your way out in the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint sealing it shut. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly. The one of the little smears managed to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. It sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before it gets here. What is this room? Old X-ray room, lead walls. After I realized that this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote control locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. Let's talk Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes and a few extra thickened nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured you might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now. Just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities. Enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was one-off, or maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle and it didn't go away as easily. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How do you not know what it was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different. And I just want to make sure to stay on top of his dosages, so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now, and there's only so much I can do to control him. Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but they have to be giving him poison without me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I've been giving him increasingly high doses of clonophen. But his body kept adapting and symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I do find it interesting that she talks about him turning into a beast like it's a sickness. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it. And I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. Here comes the moment of truth. Who approached you and what did they say? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman, but screw it, I might die tonight. Sure, I'll tell you. It was Sybil. I don't. So the swaying factor is if we don't drink the tea. Nice. I don't know how the hell she found out. Maybe Reese had an episode while he was over at her place? Who can say? I thought she was insane. She was telling me to give my son Riken like it was a mystical manfolk cure for fussy teenagers. She was right though. And I hate that. I hate the power she had over me. Still has. Don't trust her, Emily. She puts on that sweet old lady act, giving everybody tea and talking about healing magics or whatever. But she's a snake. What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him, and you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess I'll just have to remain a mystery. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. Makes me wonder what she saw. Was it the entity? But then all of a sudden my period stopped. I got a morning sickness. And roughly 9 months later, Reese. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you can say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but it made me love being a mom. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worse. This is part of being a mom too, doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. How do you know he's dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number one. It's not like he's usually a violent kid, he's mostly just sad. But every now and then we butt heads, and that's usually when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day and turns into a 12-foot-tall monster with a million teeth and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. I know, just kill him and kind to me. He's been kind to me. Yeah, and Ted Bundy was the kind of people he picked up off the side of the road. Then he slaughtered them. He's a really sweet kid most of the time, but I can't let that overshadow the violence he's capable of. What's the game plan, both short and long term? Well, I pump him full of elven tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. And if you can't, as I worked before, if he manages to find a way out and kills you, so you're just going, so you're just going to lock him away again. Yeah, it's either that or he dies. God knows I don't want that to be the case, but you gotta work with what you've been given. What I've been given is an ethical dilemma with no good outcome. Just have to decide which is the lesser evil. While we're at it, any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am that I actually say all this shit out loud. Sit in silence and wait for your son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before it crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Poor Reese. I feel so bad for her. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Give her the tranquilizer darts. Don't give her the I'm gonna see what happens if I don't give her. You take a cautious step back from the doorway. Also, no. Sorry, Doc. I'm sorry. It's not right to let you lock him away. You're convinced yourself you're evil. You'll never give him a chance to just exist. Yep, I like that one. Stop messing me around and hand them over now. Uh-oh. Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. Reese, I'm so sorry. Keep watching, close your eyes. Oh! At least it was quick. Sorry you had to see that. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. Sybil knows. We can warn them about Sybil. Sybil knows too. Be careful. I will. You did what she had to do. She was going to lock you up forever. He sits, staring blankly for a moment, viscera still dripping from his maw. I can't believe it's finally over. I did it. I'm really free. Thank you, Emily. I never would have been able to do this without you. I better go, but know that you have someone looking out for you in this town. Reese gets up and stumbles out of the clinic. His footsteps gain faster and faster as he runs off into his new life. Shell-shocked, you stumble out of the clinic into the night air. Makes me wonder if by freeing Reese, we get another protector. Like, I know we have Wayne, but not so sure I trust Wayne. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets sing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it messes with your understanding of the world. Oh, I can't go. No, I wonder what happened. Go home. It's time to go home. Oh, good. You don't get far before you're interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen! Gretchen appears on the edge of the roadway as fast as geriatric pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth, darting away when you try to lean down to her. Good doggy. Gretchen, where's Stella? Gretchen whimpers and starts trying to drag you toward the woods. Follow Gretchen. You follow Gretchen. She nervously runs ahead of you the whole time, constantly looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. There she is. Before long, the trees end and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. And there, sitting all along, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. Gretchen runs up to her and sits in Stella's lap. Gretchen, you're back. Don't scare me like that again. You sit on the log beside her. Emily, did Gretchen run out to find you? Oh my God, how long have I been out here? I'm so sorry, Emily. Yeah, Gretchen found me. She's a good girl. She really is. I really missed you today. I missed you too. I'm sorry I was gone. I just had to come here. This is where the accident happened. My parents died on this bend in the road. They were taking me to college. I was lying in the back seat. It had just rained and the sun was finally coming out. Flashback! It also, and I know it's weird, but this also kind of reminds me of the TV show Once Upon a Time, where it's like there's a barrier and nobody can, like, people can come into town, but they can't leave town. Like, I find that really interesting. Like, it's not so much a physical barrier with Scarlet Hollow, but some sort of barrier, like a magical barrier or something. Ooh, he does not get it. And the fact that she was lying down probably saved her. Sorry, I know that's probably a bummer to talk about. It was awful, really messed me up for a while. I think I'm still messed up. There's whole years of my life after the accident that feel like they just never happened. Like every time I try to remember them, it's blank. I have all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming. It's scary. At least it has been like that for a while, thank God. I've never talked about this stuff before with anyone. Take her hand. Still, I'm so sorry. You reach out to her, taking her hand. It's warm against the cool night air and the skin of her knuckles is soft. She finally tears her gaze from the road, her sad eyes meeting yours, but the hint of a smile creeps up the corners of her mouth, her dimples begin to crease. Her hand shifts, her calloused palm fading into yours, her grip tightening. It's strong and comforting. You can tell she feels held, and so do you. The two of you stare out at the road. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so I eventually gave up. Then last night happened, and I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if it meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead. I just wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. I'll put an arm around your shoulder. You carefully place your other arm around her shoulder as I'm pulled close to you. You feel her chestnut hair against your cheek. She feels a little sweaty and a little sweet, the faded scent of her shampoo mingling with the natural perfume of her skin. It's nice. You take in a deep breath, stroking her arm with your thumb, letting her lean into you. She rests her head against your shoulder, closing her eyes serenely. That hint of a smile spreads into a barely contained grin that finally chases away the worry in her features. Just because they weren't there doesn't mean they don't love you, wherever they are. That's a nice thought. I thought a lot about what might come after, whether they're somewhere else or if they just stopped existing. I guess we see at least some evidence of the afterlife. I hope that means there's a good version too, where they're still on that long car ride, listening to Dad's tapes. With a place, with a place in the back seat for me when I eventually catch up to them. And then we're mad I never got to say goodbye. You can always say goodbye now. Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breath slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. She's silent again as if waiting for a response, but it never comes. Sorry, guys. Holy crap, I didn't think this would affect me so much. Oh. I guess I thinking of my grandparents, especially on my mom's side. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realized how much I kind of trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it. She straightens up, stretching her neck. Gretchen hops down from her lap, tags jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. I'm not getting to tell her. You keep the events that transpired at the clinic to yourself, at least for now. I don't suppose I could ask you to walk me home. I'd love nothing more. I wonder if we get to stay the night. Ugh. Anyway, sorry guys. You offer her your arm. She smiles, slipping hers into the quick of your elbow. She pulls you closer until the skin of your forearm brushes against her side. And this is me. Do you want to come in? I was hoping you'd ask. I'd love to. Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. I've been sitting outside for a day. I need some soap. It'll just take a minute, then we can get cozy. Oh, can I? Oh man, I would kill for a shower. Stella laughs. Yeah, I'm sure you built up quite a lot of grime today. It's all yours when I'm done. She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Gretchen immediately curls up in your bed, clearly exhausted after a long day of worrying over Stella. Oh, I wonder if this is Tabitha. There's someone at the door. Summon the bravery to cross the room and open the door. Oh, it's Wade. I thought it was going to be Tabitha, and I was like, this is awkward. Emily, not going overnight? He cocks his head, the stained veil over his face, fluttering in the slight breeze outside. The outside of his clothes are streaked with what you at first think might be gore, but you quickly realize it's actually paint, and there are wide claw marks down his shirt. But he's still in one piece after his altercation with Reese. What do you want? I won't keep you long. I know you have a warm bed and a warm body to keep you occupied today. Thanks for understanding, Grandma. But I wanted to give you a suggestion for tomorrow. You should take advantage of Tabitha's absence at the estate. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you. Wonder if you mean the basement. Do a little exploring. You might be surprised at what you can find. Or I wonder if we'll find the key to the forbidden way. He slowly steps back, shining eyes fixed on you, as he disappears into the dark night beyond Stella's door. I win. Gretchen's growls escalate to barks. Calm down, Gretchen. Were you just talking to somebody, Emily? Nah, just Gretchen. Wayne stopped by. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? I think he's on our side. You think so? I guess that's good. I still love the thought of him stopping by unannounced at odd hours of the night, though. But you'll let us know if he tries anything, right, Gretchen? Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. You know, the thought of your creepy stalker, whether he's on our side or not, makes me feel a lot better about having you around today. It'll be nice to have somebody next to me if I get scared in the middle of the night. Speaking of, I'm exhausted. Let's turn in. Oh, right, but you said you wanted to shower. Sorry, head's a little fuzzy from staying up for the past day. There's fresh towels in the bathroom, and I've got some extra bathrobes. I can put your clothes through the wash so they'll be extra clean and fresh in the morning. Somehow it feels like the longest and shortest shower you've ever taken. Too tired to think, too tired to process the flow of time. Stella sits outside the bathroom door and makes quiet and comfortable small talk with you. And then you're done. You dry off and step into one of her extra robes. So, are you coming in? Follow her. You walk by Stella and into her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Sorry I didn't clean up your forehead. You can think of it as getting the authentic Stella experience. She slips past you and lies on the bed, dressed in an oversized t-shirt. You're quick to follow. She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower. Her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing at the edges of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. You shift closer to her and close your eyes. The magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin, and for a moment that seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it the slightest hint of campfire. The comforting heat of soft but callous hands against your cheek. The thunder of your heart's beating ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises, a tone seemingly without peak, and then it breaks and her lips touch yours. They're fresh and minty and soft, cool against yours and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold on to the memory of tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter, and the two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. This is the end of episode 4. Episode 5 will release later this year. Yep. Well, let's save our game. And that's it, guys. That's Scarlet Hollow. I love how it's basically a choose your own adventure, and how, like, even the little innocuous things can change. I'm also sorry we lost our town doctor, but like we said, she has convinced herself that her son was evil. Her son needed to be kept locked up and trapped and a prisoner in his own body, a prisoner in his own house. And I mean, what was she would die eventually. And then what would happen? You know. So, but yeah. Let's see, and now we have to decide, well, when chapter 5 comes out, I'll probably do 2 gameplays. One with this one, and then one with the one we did before. But yeah, so that's the end of Scarlet Hollow. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't have to, but if you have any ideas for future games, let me know. And, or if you want to see, because we have Oxenfree, we have Gone Home, we have Chef RPG, we have Stardew Valley, we have Roots Pocket, and then we have Aurora Hills, which we haven't finished that one. Um, so yeah, just let me know if you guys have any ideas or any preferences. And if not, I'll think about it and I'll let you guys know what I decide to do next. In the meantime, I'll try to get this uploaded this afternoon, and yeah, you guys can watch it over the weekend. Tomorrow we have Dungeons and Dragons, so that'll be fun. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, and I will talk to you guys later.